Hi Kyle, my name's Ed. I'll be doing your walkthrough on your new camper. I'm going to show you everything about it. Underneath your step right here, there's a hole. That is a manual crank for the slide on the opposite side. If for any reason the motor would fail, you manually crank it in right there. Got outside stereo speakers. In your compartment, you have a battery disconnect. When you're not using the camper, turn that to off position. That will prevent it from draining your batteries. This is your solar power readout here. This is a switch for your front cap lights. You have an interior light. This is your inverter. It's going to take your 12 volt power to turn it to 110 for the residential refrigerator. Got a leash to tie up a dog out here. Safety breakaway switch. If for any reason it would come loose from your truck, it will pull this cable and lock up the brakes on the trailer. You do have a docking light right here in case you're hooking up at night. Okay, inside your front compartment, you have 2 batteries, your spare tire, all of your electronics wiring for your self-leveling jacks. Be careful loading this. Do not knock any of the wires, break any of the plugs. It's all pretty simple. Got battery vents on both sides. Batteries must be vented. This is the switch for your leveling system and to operate your front jacks. We will go through this with you in person when you get here. Also has a tag right here that shows you all the operation and what the indicator lights mean. Got your bin tag here, gives you your make, model, all your specs on your tire pressures. Everything you need to know is right in here as far as the weight and everything of the camper. Two 30-pound propane cylinders. They are full other than what we used out of them just to service the camper. This is an auto changeover regulator. If the arrow is pointed at this tank, when this tank goes empty, it will automatically start working off of this tank. You do not have to turn the valve. And here's your water compartment. Got outside shower. You have a winterized hose right here. When you go to winterize, you flip this valve up to bypass. It will not fill the water heater. Turn this valve to turn off the freshwater tank. Stick this in an antifreeze jug, turn on your pump, run it through all of your faucets. Whenever you de-winterize, flush everything out through your tank. After it's flushed, turn your bypass back to normal operation. You have a black tank flush here. This is for your toilet tank only. Always leave the valve open so that it will drain or it will fill up the tank. here, you have a park cable and a satellite hookup. When you're hooking up the satellite or to your city water connection, you run it right up through here. That way you don't have to leave the compartment door open. This one here is your city water connection. That's water on demand. It will not fill up the fresh tank. This one here will fill up your fresh tank. When you're filling the tank, watch your monitor panel. When it says it's full, turn the water off. $10-gallon water heater, gas or electric. You have an electric switch down here. Always make sure that it is off until it is full water. Under here's your electric element. If it ever burns out, it's very simple to change. Auto ignition for the propane. We'll show you the switch on the inside. If you're not using this for 2 to 3 weeks, always drain the water out of it. It will go stagnant and get a smell. Again, you have another manual crank hole. You go through there with your manual crank handle. That is for the opposing slide. That will be for the one on the other side. Okay, down here, you've got your gray water dump valves. This one here's your black tank dump valve. This is your furnace. You've got an exhaust and an intake here. This thing is blowing out extremely hot air. Don't have anything piled or stacked in front of it. Watch kids around it. It will burn them. Lug nuts are torqued at 110 pounds. Tire pressures. $80 pounds on the tire pressure. Always maintain tire pressure to 80 pounds for best traveling with it. It'll also extend the life of your tires. 50 amp hookup. Whenever you hook this in, push it in, twist it to the right just a little bit, and lock it down with the lock ring. On your bumper, you do have storage here. Good place to store your dump hose. Ladder to get up to the roof. I recommend you check that roof at least 3 times a year. Check it in the spring when you're getting ready to use it. Check it in the middle of the summer. Check it in the fall before you park it for winter. The roof is the life of your camper. Keep it sealed. Got folding grab handles. Push up, flip it over towards the door. Got solid steps, front and rear door. All you do is fold these up inside the door. Make sure that that latches to the door frame. Got adjustable legs in case the ground is uneven. All you do is push in on these, slide the inner legs. Have a mount here for outside TV. Here's your coax hookup. There's your 110 power. That is on a GFI, it's a wet location. If any reason you don't have power here, check the GFI inside the unit. Alright, this is your main control center for your monitor panel. Up here, everything is marked. You have fresh water, battery, black tank 1, black tank 2, gray 1, gray 2. When you push the button, the lights will light up showing you how much is in it. For your fresh water, 4 lights is good. For your black tank, 4 lights means it's full. It's time to drain it. Same thing on the gray water. When you check the battery condition, if you're plugged into electric, it will always show full charge. To get an accurate reading on the battery, make sure you unplug the camper. Your water pump switch. These are lighted switches, so you know when they're on. This one right here will be your propane switch for your water heater. You turn it on, you have a DSI light that's going to come on. That's a fault light. When it tries to light, that will go off. If it fails to light, it will come right back on. If it does, make sure your propane is turned on. You have tank heaters here for cold weather. They're thermostatically controlled. They will not even turn on and get hot until around 35 degrees. You have your light switches here. All your interior lights and your awning lights on the outside. This is your awning switch. You push out, rolls it out, in rolls it back in. Slide room 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very simple, in and out. You'll hear a ratchet noise as soon as they are all the way out, and when they're all the way in, that's when it's time to stop. You have a main control board here. This will also control your leveling system on the outside. If you have a failure to level on the outside, you have to come in here to solve the problem. Again, we will go through that with you in person. 2 thermostats, one for front air, one for rear air. The main one will operate the furnace also. When you turn that on, this one shows fan low. You want that to go to auto. That way your air conditioners will cycle. They will kick off and on the way they're supposed to. Just set the temperature to desired temp and you're done. Again, this is your main air. This is bedroom air. Ceiling fan light switch. That is a 110 ceiling fan. So it will not work on the 12 volt. Electric outlets. Most all of these are going to be GFI protected. You have a couple of them that are not GFI. They're dedicated circuits. Have LP detector. This is the LP CO2. Green light is good. If you hear that beep go off, make sure that your stove has not been turned on. Propane is heavier than air. It will sink to the floor. That's why that is so low. This is your main power center. All of your breakers are marked what they are. 12 volt fuses. Again, everything is marked what it is. If it blows a fuse, there will be a red light that lights up beside the fuse. Shows you exactly which one has went bad. Return air for the furnace. Do not block this off. The furnace has to be able to pull that return air through. Microwave, not much to tell you, just like one at home. Range hood, a fan, and a light. Stove is not a glass top, cooktop on that. Always fold this up. Do not try to cook on the glass. When you turn that stove on, you get a red light. show that it's on. So always make sure you turn that back off. You have a light just that shows you each burner. Again, when you turn it on, it's going to go red. Push the switch the other way, it also lights up the oven. The oven also is lit off of this igniter. Storage drawer. Here's your RV packet. It's got all the information for everything this is built out of inside here. Fireplace remote, stereo remote. Kitchen sink has a pull-out sprayer. Got a button here. We'll turn it from shower sprayer to steady stream. When you turn this water on, you don't go just back and forth. You pull out and then go from hot to cold. Furrion refrigerator. Everything is preset already on temperatures. Have your refrigerator part, wine rack, and freezer. Separate compartments for the freezer. Handles are inside here, just push down. TV is an elevator TV. All you have to do is push up. It will stop when it's all the way up. Backlighting behind the TV. You are pre-wired for a King Wi-Fi system. Stereo, AM, FM, CD, DVD. Will come through all the speakers on the whole unit. Fireplace does put out heat, multicolor change. I always tell people in the wintertime, you have to be careful with your fireplace because it will warm up part of the unit and not let your furnace kick on. So if you're running this, the back of your camper may not get as warm. You have USB ports for charging cell phones. You have what's called slow rise shade. Pull it and they'll go up by themselves. Both of these couches are trifold couches. They will both make beds. This window is a fire escape window. Pop these red handles up and push the window out. This whole window will tip out. All of your windows are sliders. You have two little buttons here. You push in, lift the window up, it'll lock into place. Push them in to close it. On your recliners, you double tap the ring on the drink holder and it turns on the lights here and lights below the recliners. Double tap to turn them back off. On your air conditioner, you have quick dumps here. It will dump all the air to cool this area faster. To make it go through the whole unit, close these back off, it will force the air through the ductwork. You have filters on both sides. Pop these down, they're washable filters. Just take them out, clean them up, let them dry, put them right back in. Dinette light, push button right on the light fixture. Hallway light. Okay, the bathroom. Shower, not a lot to tell you about other than this travel lock. You got the triple pane sliding door. When you're traveling with it, always make sure you have that locked down. The doors will slide back and forth and break. So always lock that down during travel. Here is your GFI outlet. It has 2 buttons on there. If for any reason you do not have power to any of your outlets, check this first. On your toilet, the water in the toilet makes a seal to keep any sewer gas from coming back up. So whenever you flush this toilet, don't let the handle back up easy. Slide your foot off, let it slam shut. That way you get a better seal. You have a max fan controller right here. Just turn it on. This one here is called a cool breeze. You do not have to crank the vent up or anything. Pretty simple on that. You do have the loft. This is for the children. It is prepped for TV setup up here. It does have USB ports, everything that the kids will need to run their gaming system. Okay, master bedroom. Here's your slide room switch to operate the slide. Your bed is in the slide room. Make sure everything is clear of your slide rooms when you go to run them in or out. Light switch. Again, USB ports, electric. You have a washer dryer prep here. It's for a single unit. We sell Splendide. It's a washer dryer combo. It's one system. TV hookup. You have a sticker here for TV backer. That is where you will mount your flat screen TV. Always make sure you hit this backer. Storage underneath the bed. Nice big sliding window. Again, more USB ports down here. All your air conditioning is going to be coming from the ceiling. Heat will be coming from the floor. I believe we have covered just about everything on this. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to call. Thank you, Kyle. We appreciate your business.